YouTube? Welcome back to the Million Moto Show. Got my Rockstar Energy Drink shirt on, like always. Well, not like always, but I always gotta be representing them like there's no freaking tomorrow. I just kind of had a dumb thought, topic I wanted to talk about real quick, but you know what's crazy is, like, back in the day, I'm talking about like 30, 40 plus years ago or so, cars were halfway, like vehicles, like trucks, cars, whatever, were halfway reasonably priced to where everybody could afford them, basically, for the most part, and they had the matching spare tires with the matching rims and all that type of stuff, and everything was great. Nowadays, like the cheapest F-150, which is something I'm trying to get at some point in my future, like the cheap Ford F-150 XL. It's basically the work truck. It's got the grayish steel wheels, you know, clear windows, no bed liner in it, and it's like $27,000 or something stupid like that. And it's not that bad for a full size half-ton truck. But then you've got the new Ford Rangers, which start out, that go anywhere from $25,000 all the way up to about $47,000. You know, depending on what you have in the vehicle. You know, like the, vehicle options, like leather and 4-door, 2-door, extended cab, whatever, what kind of wheels, trim package, and all that. You know, my whole thing is it's like, you know, the price of vehicles now today is just so ridiculously high, and they offer the cheapest shit with the vehicles. Kind of like the important shit is cheap, you know. They don't have a matching spare rim and tire. The tires might be the same, but the rims are different, you know. And I understand, like, a spare tire is supposed to just be as an emergency deal, so, like, if you get a flat tire, you just put the spare on. And even though, yeah, it's a full-size spare on a truck and a donut tire on these cars, it's like, my thing is you should be able to have a matching spare rim and tire for the car and truck, and no matter what kind it is. I mean, and don't charge any extra money for it, because it's stupid. Like, they have somebody make the wheels and tires for that truck, and they have the spare tires made somewhere else. They should have cut the cost of having a other company or whatever they do make those cheaper spare wheels and tires, and have the company that makes the regular wheels and tires that go on the car make more, so that way they have an extra, you know, the matching spare wheel and tire. And then I think, and that should just be standard equipment on any vehicle, no matter what, without charging consumers like us more money for it. And then not having a bed liner in a vehicle, in the back of a truck, or in like a van, having the whole back end being with a bed liner is stupid too. It doesn't always have to be the sprayed in bed liner, which is nice, but at least a basic plastic or whatever bed liner would be better quality, and it should, in my opinion, be standard equipment on vehicles. And instead of doing that black paint, like, you know, a lot of people live in places like Canada and up northern United States or wherever, or they get a lot of snow and they put salt down, which just eats the shit out of your car. And so they should honestly spray bed liner underneath the whole entire undercarriage of vehicles, no matter where they're going to, and then inside the engine cage, on the frames, and, you know, underneath the body. And then in trucks, instead of putting, well, you don't put carpet in a truck or something like that, in my opinion. The carpeting on the floor in a truck should be like, again, sprayed in bed liner with the drain plugs like I have in my trucks, and that way, and then have all the wiring and stuff tucked up underneath in places where if you take a hose and you spray it all out and get all the dirt and mud or whatever out of the cab of your truck, you're not getting water damage on, you know, your wiring or anything and whatever. So, it sounds like it's really stupid. I know someone's going to be like, oh, well, that just means that the price of the truck's going to go up or whatever. But it's like, these people are putting the minimal amount of money into these vehicles that they possibly can and selling for as high as they possibly can. And I understand when you're in a business, you try to make as much money as you possibly can to make as high of a profit as you can. And that's why people go into business. And that's why you work, is to work and make money and whatever. But I just honestly think for the price that we're paying nowadays for these vehicles, they should give us a little bit more for what, like the Ford Raptor, for example, comes stock with the sprayed-in bed liner in the bed, and I think that they should do stuff like that with all the vehicles and actually give us better protection and an actual, like, because some people aren't gonna be able to go buy or pay to get a bed liner or whatever put in. They're not going to be able to go pay for a new tire right then and there, and so they're driving around on a spare tire for a week or two or whatever until they can afford to get a new tire. Like me, I have the Ranger. I had a cheap freaking spare rim with a tire on it, and that tire got blown out when I was using it as a spare, and luckily I was on my way to go get tires anyhow, so I was able to limp it right into the tire shop. But I ended up finding 2 matching spare rims at the scrap yard that I took scrap metal to, and I bought both of them for $10, and I went and bought 2 tires that were used from a used tire shop for like $15 a piece, and paid $5 a piece to have them both mounted and mounts. So 40, like $50. I had 2 matching spare rims with tires that are still in great condition, and then I also have a third spare tire that's not on a rim from when I just went and bought new tires for my truck like a year and a half ago, like a little over a year ago. So, and that will help. So if that way I get a flat tire, take one of my spares, slap it on there, no big freaking deal. I don't care if 1 tire or 2 tires are different from the rest of them. I'll just hold on to it like that until I can afford to get other new tires. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Thanks y'all for joining me in Moto Show, and catch y'all on the flip side. Deuces.